I just wanted to add in there another video just saying, responding to some comments basically. To me, I do think that people who try to avoid therapy must have something to hide, otherwise, you wouldn't run from a therapist. Um, on Miss Elite, I think a lot of the time people like this like to focus on other people because they don't want to focus in on themselves because they know something's wrong with themselves, and that's more affecting them than anything that they might be finding with crystal.swirlz or anybody else for that matter. No one on the net is really affecting your real life to the point where you have to talk about them every day. And the obsession to me seems more like a mental illness in itself. Like, why are you so obsessed with an individual? Whatever they said after, it's been since June since I've seen this. So I'm pretty sure this will last 6 months. And you have been making videos on her since before that. I remember some people were saying it like early this year or late last year or something like that. So it's been a long time. And I said that, Cara D was crazy. I said that people like her were crazy. She does the same behavior as that individual, just on a more insane level, like on a higher level. Only thing is, I do think that sometimes people can be crazy and people can say things that are actually true and right, you know. So, I mean, I just think like people who obsess over people for a year are ill, especially over the net. You haven't even met the people you're talking about, but you're so obsessed with them. They don't talk about you, but you talk about them for a whole year. I don't get how someone does that and why someone wouldn't find something else to talk about at this point. For me, I mean, like, you know, every now and then you talk about a topic on a specific person. I understand. I have a channel that is basically based in like reviews of other channels because more than a content creator, I'm more of a content consumer. And so I've always given reviews on other people's channels and other videos that they've done. I do reaction videos sometimes. But you don't just talk about one person day in, day out, day in, day out. Okay, you talked about this person one day. Maybe you talk about them next week, something like that. But you don't talk about them every day. That's insane. That is utterly insane, honestly. And I mean, like, I understand, people talk about people they like, longer. So I'm like, if you ever like someone, how long would you talk about that? Or is it that maybe the way her brain is made, she's only focused on the negativity of someone, that she can't actually think of positive things, which would actually affect her in her regular life because she could only see the negative in things and not the positive. As I was saying earlier, about mental health and mental illness that she might have, and people accuse her of having. But, you know, I kind of have the mentality that I don't really care if someone is ill because it doesn't affect me personally. But I do think that people like that should understand when they make a video what it says about them. You always try and pay attention to a video and see what it says about you. And when I say that, I mean, what do the words say? What words you said, what did they say about you, basically? And what you left out. So, yeah, I don't know. It was just like some people were posting saying that she had some kind of illness or some kind of problem mentally. And I mean, like, I don't know. Like, to me personally, I just think, like, if you're running from a therapist, that must mean that you do have some kind of illness, you know. And the obsessive behavior does seem a little bit more like you do have an illness. Personally, for me, I must say, if you were well, if you were normal, you would go to a therapist and they wouldn't prescribe you anything. They wouldn't even prescribe you more appointments. I know this because I've gone to a therapist and I've never had any like prescription, never had any like more counseling sessions even. People always thought for me I was pretty good considering I didn't grow up with a father, but I never felt like I missed him because he died before I was born. So, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I just kind of like think like if you were not scared of a therapist, that would more so mean like you have nothing to hide. But as someone said that you have issues with therapy or issues with like psychiatry, and it's like, okay, if you have issues with that, it might mean that you know there's a problem, which, I mean, that's better than not knowing there's a problem. But, you know, once you realize that you need help, you can actually fix it rather than just focusing on everybody else on the internet all day. So that's all I have to say in this video. I do not wish Miss Elite any harm or any negativity. I know someone said that she was sharing my videos, and I appreciate that very much because personally, I like the fact that she has 5,000 subs, 6,000 actually, and I have 500. I have more views than her though, so the more she promotes me, I'll get to 100,000, which I wanted to get to 100,000 before my birthday. So that's what I'm hoping. But in the topic as a whole, I do wish her the best. And I mean, everybody has their struggles, honestly. And I mean, I don't really hate anyone for their struggles. I just wish people would get the help that they need to get. So that's all I have to say in this video. Thanks for watching and bye.